Hi guys, it's Phantom here, and today's live. I'm going to be can barely speak. I will be doing some homework and playing games. But first, we gotta try out a drink. Yo, chat, this low-key kind of fire. My dad got this at the store. It's strawberry Fanta, so yeah. Oh. Alright, so without further ado, just share my screen. Yep, so chat, this is one of my assignments. I'm supposed to write down some stuff that I learn on here and some fun facts. Something new. What cruise lines have you heard of? Carnival Cruise Line. No, I've not heard of it. I mean, technically, I have heard of it now, but Royal Caribbean. Yeah, I think I've heard that before.
Welcome to the Trunk Show. Unless you've seen
The Trunk Show is crazy. By the way, I'm going to be putting on some closed captions.
them up close, you might not know that elephant trunks have whiskers. And new reason.
Chat. New updates. I'm very weird, aren't I? Alright. If you hear some typing, that's going to be me on my school computer. So chat, if you low-key go to my school, which I ain't going to tell you what my school is, but don't tell my teacher, like, they're low-key going to get mad. Yeah, this is, I think, the only assignments I'm going to be doing on stream that you guys are going to watch me kind of do, but y'all won't see what I'm typing. Dang, that's seriously what they look like? Dang, that's crazy. Actually, I'm gonna go get a piece of tape so I can barely see. Hold up, I'm gonna check something. some reason I can't do it by my webcam. So I can't really, so I'm just gonna have to hide my webcam since I'm not really allowed to show my face. Because for certain reasons. One of them is because Daddy, where's the tape? Greg, it's not in there. I thought of a better solution for my problem. All right, chat. Chat, that actually went perfect.
Research suggests those whiskers are key to an elephant's keen sense of touch.
All right, chat.
This comes to us courtesy of our friends at Good News Network. Researchers say there are 1,000 hairs on the trunks of elephants. And while these animals have thick skin and bad eyesight, the whiskers help compensate for that. Findings published in the journal Science indicate that the hairs are stiff at the base but soft at the end, something called the functional gradient. They don't grow back if they're broken, but their sensitivity helps the world's largest mammals to avoid breaking them, in part by giving the animals a heightened awareness of objects around them.
Yo, chat, let's say that a whale can breathe air and also has legs and hands. Who do y'all think's gonna win again in a fight?
The researchers used computer modeling to help them understand how the whiskers respond to contact. And they believe the functional gradient enhances a powerful elephant's ability to pick up a tortilla chip without cracking it. Scientists hope to use these findings to develop new technologies in robotics.
That'd be a low key.
I'm Carl Azus, and this is the world.
Yeah, what's going on? Maybe some of this stuff is probably copyrighted or something.
From A to Z. We'll have another large land mammal later in today's show, but for now, we're taking you around the world in 80 seconds.
Your mom not joking.
In the latest conflict in the Middle East, the U.S. has been targeting Iran's missiles, its navy, and its nuclear facilities, while Israel has been targeting Iranian leaders and other groups supported by Iran. Yesterday, there were reports that Israel attacked a gathering of Iran's senior Islamic clerics as they met to choose a new supreme leader. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who'd been in that role since 1989, was killed on.
Also, I would like to mention in this video, just the one I'm watching right now, there will be some sensitive topics. So if you're watching this, if I were you, if you're sensitive to some of those topics, feel free to leave and be back later, because I might change the title after I get done doing this, because or not, but
the opening day of the attacks on Iran. So who's in charge there? The nation's president, a lower ranking position than the supreme leader, says he and two other officials are running the country. U.S. President Donald Trump told The Atlantic magazine yesterday that Iranian leaders want to hold talks and that he's agreed to them. Meanwhile, as Iran continues its counterattacks on U.S. bases in the region, a group of...
You know what I just don't get? Why can't we just have peace, man? Like, it's not that hard just to agree on something. Actually, it kind of is, but depends on who you ask. But literally, nothing comes out of this stuff. Stop. I swear, why does this keep happening? Alright, bet. Yo, wait a minute. What actually causes a blood moon? Hold up. Before America, was North America and South America still called South America, or did they not discover that yet? If so, then why is it called North and South America? Wait, did I have a total lunar eclipse happen? Like, Yeah, I think I got that part done. Just needs like what, one more? Chat, what is going on? Alright, here. Who was the last US president to be? Don't know what that means on March 4th. I'm gonna say Franklin D. Roosevelt. Knew it! Alright, time to write that down, then we'll be done. The amendment. But didn't take effect till did I spell that right? Yeah, I figured. And yeah. I'll do the rest of my homework later, but first, since we got that done, I feel like we should do one game, then one thing of homework. One game, then one thing of homework. All right, bet. Or chat, should we react to something or no? All right, let's do this. Since we were just doing this thing.
Sure. Copy these notes.
Have the chance to win $1 million every
Teacher, copy these notes carefully. They will be on the test. Literally, poof, they're all gone. What song is she listening to?
I can't
She's
even look
obviously
at-
trying to do math. What's worse than heartbreak? Changing an answer on a test that was right. Teacher, don't write on the tables. Kids in the back are not writing, they're sculpting. These pencils were everything. Nobody, lunch lady, grab a fruit, baby. They cared more about us than anybody in the entire building. This kid in my class
lunch
seriously
lady.
did a presentation on bread. Bread in ancient culture and bread in modern culture. Warning, will explode entire contents when dropped in hallway. Students take
That stuff was straight. That was the weakest stuff I've ever seen. Like, you can drop it one singular time. Just one singular time. It's done for. You're never seeing that thing again.
taking a test and the fire drill saving them. Teacher, age doesn't matter. Follow your passion. Toby, age 3, alcoholic. Sorry, professor. My falcon ate my homework. As a student, the most comforting words you will ever hear are, I haven't started it yet either. It's a lie. It's a trap. They've already submitted. Start your work. Who remembers the grade book? Me. I had a planner. This teacher who...
Dude. I think I remember once one of my teachers actually did use a grade book. But I think she stopped after. No, wait, my dad. What? No, that was my dad that told me that story. Basically, what happened was, is teacher used to have a grade book, but it eventually somehow ended up missing after, like, I think it was like a big test, and they haven't found it. So, and I think it happened again. I think one of the janitors, someone messed with the ceiling, and when they checked the ceiling, I think that's where they found it.
Respects his students' space, but not her decision to break the rules. One of my female students was smoking in the bathroom, so I'm sitting outside until she's done so I can suspend her. Doesn't study for a test. Me,
That's
10 minutes before a test. How to absorb textbooks like a sponge. My peers, focusing on schoolwork. I love you, my significant other. Accurate, 3rd grade teacher. I need some strong boys to carry these chairs. She's wearing Jordan's...
How many chairs can you carry? Depends. How many girls are in the room?
Just in case one of her students want to mess around to get dunked on in the name of chemistry. My daughter actually submitted this feedback at school. Not sure if I should ground her or buy her an ice cream. Things my teachers can do better. Not use collective punishment. As it's not fair on the many people who did nothing. And under the 1949 Geneva Conventions, it is a war crime. Math class in middle school be like, is this a triangle? Yes. How do you know? What? Prove it's a triangle. Look at it. Studying incentive. When you reach a
Literally, look at it. It's a triangular prism. It literally is. It's not a quadrilateral. It's not even a. Wait a minute, rectangles of quadrilateral. I'm stupid. It's a triangle. It has 3 sides. 3 sides and 3 sides. sides only.
Gummy bear, you get to eat it. I've been studying wrong my whole life. You think I have that much control? I'm eating all of them if I do this. Have you ever gotten to that certain point in the school year where you just brain breaks? Yes, the second day. Teacher here. I ground a full school assembly of about 600 boys to a short but complete halt with a fart. It came out about 100 decibels louder than I was expecting. Managed to join in with looking around to see who'd done it and got away with it. Possibly my life's greatest achievement. How do children have so much energy? They can basically run around until they drop dead. The school system hasn't destroyed them yet. Me in class taking pictures of the board that I know I will never look at again. Professor, I gave you 4 days to finish this essay. There's no excuse. Also, Professor, here's a quiz you took 2 years ago. I finally graded them. Students, swears every single day. Teachers, swears once. Students, when a teacher who's been working for 20 years gets asked to move classrooms, me getting in the same dodgeball team with the strongest students. Me getting in the same dodgeball team with the weakest students. Stupid student. Woodshop sucks. Woodworking is such a useless skill. Woodworking guys. Nobody. Public high school teachers. Pretty sure everyone's textbooks looked exactly like this. College productivity at its finest. Taking exams. Hey brain, remember studying this stuff? Yeah, we totally studied that. Awesome. Yeah, so what's the answer? I don't know. I don't remember. College had me checking my emails in the middle of a party and submitting assignments in the club. How I spent the first day of school, learning, explaining to my teacher how to pronounce my name, told my students if they wore Crocs tomorrow, there would be no homework. Let's see how this plays out. Only one kid had homework. Things I will miss the most when going back to school. 20 minutes of studying and gaming 24/7. Perfectly balanced. Teacher, you need to learn to have better control of your emotions. The teacher, when a student is 3.86 seconds late, fire alarm goes off. Teacher, stay calm. Kid named Calm. Guess I'll die. Students overanalyzing a poem that makes no sense. The author who was drunk and had a mental breakdown while me walking in class for a test without having ever studied. Optimistic. Left-handed students. Exists. These stupid desks. Rich people, poor people. People who shake the entire table in art class just by erasing one line. Teachers telling their students to sign into the most random website they will use twice because it will count 50% of their grade. The professor's wife confronting him about his affair. The professor. Everyone else in the Zoom meeting. I'm fairly certain this has happened once. It's kind of funny but sad. School helps you improve your drawing skills. Remember these multicolored pens? Yeah, we tried to press all the colors at the same.
I am not afraid. I was born to do this.
Freaking work. Hold up.
Same time, a recent survey asked 12-year-olds what they had done over the past week. 83% answered, your mum. When all you want to do is sleep.
That's definite.
But attendance counts for 15% of your final grade. Pass your quiz back to the person behind you to grade. Did you know it's a violation of student privacy laws to let students grade each other's quizzes? It's also illegal to call out grades. It is just straight up illegal to allow students to know other students' grades in the US. So in summary, bribe away, kids. Your teacher is breaking federal laws. High school teachers. Meeting. I'm fairly certain this has happened once. This person deserves a scholarship. Write 80 to 100. This person deserves a scholarship. Write 80 to 100 words. To 100 words. My
I think we found our next president, Chad.
favorite thing to do at school is leaving. If I was the teacher, I would give this kid an A. Defend your answer. Sarge, I don't know how much longer we can hold them. Bob has
I mean, technically, I mean, technically, he ain't wrong.
Has 36 candy bars. He eats 29. What does he have now? Diabetes. Bob has diabetes. In a word, describe school. Hell, why do we pay taxes? So we don't get arrested. I told my students to write, excuse me. Me, walking through a crowd at a festival. Friend of mine's math teacher responds to a doodle he drew on his test. Almost free. You shall not pass. I found my kindergarten notebook.
Friend of mine's math teacher responded to this doodle.
I found my kindergarten notebook. What is your favorite vegetable? Brogel. Vampire bats eat pig. I, too, am a fan of Brogel. Who is your hero? Dad. Why do you consider this person your hero? He is brave. Is there anything your hero is frightened of? Mom. Dream big, Chris. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be Michael Jackson when I grow up. What do you need to do to achieve your dreams? 1. Get bigger. 2. Shave my head. 3. Be black. If kids wrote greeting cards. My mom is as nice as a glass of lemonade. I have middle school students that cannot read a clock. Draw a small clock that shows 10 minutes past 11. Miss King asked her students.
Isn't that literally what they did? Draw. I mean, technically.
Clock that shows 10.
I think today one of my teachers told me that the reason why we don't really learn about clocks anymore is because we have stuff like computers and smartwatches.
Minutes past 11. Miss King asked her students to use the word single in a sentence. Miss King is single. That means she does not have a man. Can you draw this ship? No. Problems. Fill in the solutions. You fell on the playground and scratched your knee. Solutions. Get up and deal with it. Suggest one cause of deforestation. This paper. Finish the sentence. If I had the principal's job, I would quit and get a job I would enjoy. What do we call the science of classifying living things? Racism. People get gray hair because they are dying. Question 1. Explain how the Cold War started. No. My friend on his chemistry test. Top secret. This girl in my class writes like a robot. Pretty sure that is a robot. Frankie. I earn money at home. Bye. I don't. I am a freeloader. This is why my kid is going places. Bobby has 4 dimes. Amy has 30 pennies. What child has more money? Bobby. How do you know? Sure you're thinking. Bobby. Briefly explain what hard water is. Ice. Construct a banana car. I want to retake this test. Please. I worry about my cat. I am happy when I see my cat. I am sad when I don't see my cat. My responsibility is my cat. Can a man still reproduce with only 1 testicle? No. Girls don't find that shit attractive. Nice try. A pig is a pig until it becomes bacon. In my opinion, morning is frightening because I must get it up. What was your favorite part of the show? I had no favorite part of the show, but I liked the bus ride. Draw a picture of your favorite part. My year 8 students had to do a budgeting activity pretending they were living out of a home on $2,000 a month, and I find this written on there. Help, I can't breathe. Please don't let me live on my own. I spent $32 on asparagus. This kid is ahead of the game. Write 5 words you can spell. 5 words you can spell. Very clever. Say, your loss. Walk away. You see she's getting angry. You felt that feeling too. Describe a time when you felt angry. When I found this homework in my backpack. What did you do? Did it? How would you make a marriage work? Tell your wife she looks pretty, even if she looks like a dump truck. This kid should be teaching the class instead. 10 words I can spell right. 10 words I can spell right are octopus 7 and 2. 3 out of 10. See me after class. Draw a picture of what you will look like in 100 years. In 100 years, I will be years old. Warren, rip. Name a solid, poop. Name a liquid, pee. Name a gas, fart. Alice places a prepared slide on her microscope. When she looks into it, she can't see anything. Suggest one reason she is blind. How big is space? It's like really big, 100%. Welcome to the team, Doctor. Rachel has 16 chocolate bars. Tracy takes 4 from her and asks for the remaining quarter. What would she end up with? A slab. Not the answer I was looking for. Is there enough information in the table to estimate the length of a day in Jupiter? Bacon. Give a reason for your answer. Bacon is always the answer. Provide an example of a risk. No. Washington's army didn't receive any support from Godzilla. It's technically true. My teacher would give you half a point or quarter point for an answer that was not wrong. This is not wrong. Me during Finals. Jackie, you can't just white out a question you don't want to answer. Name 6 animals which live specifically in the Arctic. 2 polar bears, 4 seals. Why are there rings on Saturn? Because God liked it, so he put a ring on it. Saturn was not a single lady. Describe yourself in 3 words. I am a rebel. What is a major political issue facing Colombia today? Civil war. How might Colombia solve the problem of guerrillas trying to control the country? If a country can't figure it out, how can I? This kid is a smart one. If I had 100 friends, I would turn the phone off, estimate the heart rate when the temperature is 98.7 degrees, 0 beats per minute, draw a plant cell and identify its most important parts. No windows, iron bars. What do you think is the best solution to overpopulation? Support your arguments with examples. The Hunger Games. When should a motorist use his or her bright beams when he wants to be a dickhead? This sums up my life pretty well. I don't know how, but you used the wrong formula and got the correct answer. Give me an A or the teddy bear gets it, and the teacher drawed the teddy bear dead. Write a question using why. Why? This boy is ugly. Enough is enough, Judy. What is a 6-sided polygon known as? A stop sign. The diagram below best illustrates giraffes are heartless creatures. Sure are. Explain the phrase free press. When your mum irons your trousers for you. The man can run. The man pet the dog. You should not hit dogs. The fox ran. Hey, quick question. What is 19 times 34? Please answer. Please answer quick. The teacher's coming to collect the papers. Describe a good strategy for getting fake internet points. Make a fake test question and write a good answer with your left hand. Then correct it in right-handed red pen. That's dumb. Nobody will believe that is real. Motivate your answer. Go answer. Go. Draw a polygon with exactly 6 sides. Be sure to use a ruler. What is the name of the polygon you drew? Hot dog. List 4 ways we can communicate with each other than sending a letter through the mail. Twitter, Facebook, FaceTime, Grindr. Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune have at least 3 things in common. List them. 1. They're all planets. 2. They are all round. 3. None of them have McDonald's. Suppose you wanted to build a house on this land and still protect its natural resources. What could you do? How would it protect the natural resources? You can just forget about the house. Name a location, country, or regional area that is sparsely populated. The ocean. State 1 reason why. Because humans can't breathe underwater. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. Please make your sentences appropriate. I do read them. Mel sees a raft, a boat, and a ship on the water. They are all carrying people. Which holds the least? Farts. Think of different additions.
Alright, chat. This time. Yes! Please come over here. Why you always pushing me? Where you going? One! Oh, yeah, Da Vinci. I mean, what's up, bro? How you doing? Stop.